What's up everybody, trueeevil here, and today we are going to talk about how to farm Inferno Sharon. This is a guide that a lot of people requested, and I am here to deliver. So without further ado, let's talk about the team we're going to use. Before we even talk about the team, let's talk about why this fight is absolutely annoying. The first part of it is, well, can't really debuff Sharon because she's immune to practically everything. She has D-spells with the minions that make it so getting buffs on yourself are pretty much impossible unless they are undispellable. So there's a lot of factors that are going into this fight that just make it not that fun, and well, you kind of have to blitz it down, and I would say that if you don't win the fight within 2 minutes, you're probably cooked. And because of that, let's talk about what we need for the defense. Now, Catchy the Guard is a unit that a lot of people are recommending for this boss, but personally I think Catchy the Guard is pretty mid. And the reason I'm saying that is because, well, I don't have a Lily, and a lot of the teams that you're going to see with Catchy the Guard are going to have Catchy, Valerian, Lily plus a DPS like Yelly or Diting to be able to blitz the boss. And unfortunately, because Catchy's immunity is a buff, it is dispellable, so while it will protect you for a turn or two, if it gets hit with a dispel from RNG, you're going to lose unless if you can totally blitz the boss down. Now, this is going to be extremely hard for anyone who doesn't have Keen Eye Fury Edge on a Diting, as well as someone like Lily to make it so Diting actually goes burr. So need to take that in mind when people are recommending you these units like Catchy the Guard and Vice. For example, a lot of people were using Vice to clear Apate. And well, if you don't have Lily to twin trick Apate, that makes it absolutely miserable experience. It took me 43 minutes to beat that boss with Vice because of how not well favored that RNG was. So highly recommend when people are recommending you these niche units to make sure that you have a Lily and see if, well, they work without a Lily. Now, because Catchy does not work, we need a way to stay alive. And the unit I recommend is Mia, because Mia's heal is also going to shorten debuffs. So all of the dot effects that have a 1-turn cooldown on them are going to go away. And this is going to really help you stay alive. So really recommend Mia, as well as she has a D-spell, which is going to get rid of Sharon's speed up. And for the DPS I am personally going to use, I'm going to use Holden. And well, I don't recommend using Holden in this fight because, well, Holden just doesn't do enough damage compared to something like a Yelly or a Diting. But unfortunately, I don't have Fury Edge on my Diting. Now, because I don't have a Lily, I'm also going to have to use Diting. But because I do not have Fury Edge, Diting will 100% not make it through this fight because he's not going to do enough DPS. And we're just using him to clear half the HP of Sharon and letting Holden do his thing. Now, because I don't have a Lily, I can't recommend anyone to use Catchy the Goat in this fight. Actually, I am going to take away his GOAT title and call him Catchy the Mid. So because of that, we're going to use Doki Doki. And the problem with Doki Doki in this fight is, well, her skill 3 with the backup stacks are going to be absolutely essential with getting these dot effects away. The problem with that is you're going to need to get this to level 5. And honestly, I can't really afford the resources to do that right now. So unfortunately, this is going to be a little suboptimal, but it's still going to make it through there. We're still going to get that guap guap. So without further ado, let's just get that guap guap. So the most important thing you want in this fight is that your initiator character, you want to be faster than everyone because, well, if you don't set it up right, you're going to have a bad time, especially if you're using Mia, for example, because you want Mia to go before the first wave, because if Mia sees the dot effects on auto, she's going to use her skill 3 prematurely, and we want her to use it right here, where it's going to heal all the dot effects and heal your HP. If Mia doesn't go before the boss, she's not going to use her skill 2, which means she's not going to use her skill 3. And since this is a farm stage, you want to set your team up for success and make sure that you're getting that guap guap. Because, well, personally, I don't understand why everyone's concerned with farming Inferno Sharon, because I think all the shells that drop from Sharon are quite mid compared to every single other Inferno Shell boss. But you want to get that golden lion for something. I don't know what it is, but you guys want it. So we're seeing how to do it. And as you can see, my Diting barely does any damage because I don't have Fury Edge. It's actually a travesty. And honestly, I believe not having a Lily makes it so Diting is actually quite not that great. As you can see here, this Holden is doing more damage. And looky here. We are at the stage where Diting died, which is where I said he was going to kick the bucket just because, well, we don't have a Lily. And, Lily without a no Lily makes Diting just like he's too squishy for these really hard fights without it. But we're hopefully going to get through it because we're going to get these stacks that are going to push our characters up, and we are going to deliver the noise. Now, the Dispel is really important on both of these units because it's going to make sure that we're able to actually get rid of that speed up. Sharon with speed up is absolutely annoying, so without further ado, let's finish this boss off. So yeah, that is how you farm Inferno Sharon. It's extremely difficult without very specific units, mainly Lily. And what I want you to do when people are recommending these units to clear these hard in-game contents is to always go, did they have a Lily when they did it? Now, this is going to be really important because the first team that a lot of people were using Catchy the Guard for to cheese content was Inferno Terramaton, and in that team they were using Red Kazuo and Catchy the Goat, as well as Mia here. And having a team like that without a Lily in it is really, really important. But if you're not going to use like a suboptimal team like this, what I would recommend to do is for the optimal team, I think this is going to be the best team for everyone. It's going to be Valerian, Catchy the Guard, our Mia. Mia just works. And then for the other two units, you're going to want Lily plus Diting our Yelly. I think that's just going to be the best comp going forward for this boss. And unfortunately, the reality is, well, if you don't have a Lily, you're probably going to have a bad time. And, after having to deal with Ember Trek for 8 hours last night trying to beat it, and then I got stuck on that Lilith boss, I thought that I could just, being good at games like this, I thought I could just conquer the not having a Lily dilemma. But unfortunately for me, boys, I guess it's a skill issue on me. I didn't pull Lily, so I'm really debating whether or not I should use all of my savings to spam pull on the LD banner until I get a Lily. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. So I'm gonna ask my wife if it's okay. So see you guys later.